At 25, Australia's Wilkinson is 8 years younger than the Afghan boy.
Division, introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist holding an undefeated professional record, 11 wins, no losses. He stands 6 feet 3 inches tall, weighing in at 185 pounds. Fighting out of Sydney, Australia, Razor Rob Wilkinson. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a Muay Thai kickboxer holding a professional record, 22 wins, 6 losses, 1 draw. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 186 pounds. Fighting out of Amsterdam, the Netherlands, siyar, the great Bahadurzada. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Leon Roberts.
Leon Roberts shares the octagon with the fighters. Thank you, Luciana. We're about to head into round number 1. Maximum 3 5-minute rounds of action. Rob Wilkinson, the newcomer. Siyar Bahadurzada, the veteran. Touch of gloves. Bahadurzada in the green, Wilkinson in the white.
So we're looking for the stinging jab and the wrestling of Rob Wilkinson. And for Siyar, it's the power. It's the big power in his right hand. I'm interested in his move to middleweights as well, John. I'm wondering if he feels like he will be more energetic at this weight class.
I think it was his time away, Dan, and he'd unfortunately put on some weight, so he didn't feel like he'd get down in time. He has every intention of competing at welterweight when he gets back.
But that's a smart thing to do, right? You know, if you don't feel like you're going to perform at your best, oh, look at this. Such power. Even at this heavier weight class, you can see how he just throws individuals off.
Shrug that off. I had a really interesting conversation with Bahadurzada, and he told me this was great. So he has the fastest height and coordination out of 5,000 people that were tested, including all of the guys at Jackson Wink.
Wow.
That's impressive.
That is very impressive, especially considering some of the guys on the mat there.
Well, I don't think John Jones is impressed, so I heard. Let's see if Wilkinson can take advantage of that reach advantage. We spoke of the wingspan with the hands, that advantage, but of course he'll have the legs as well.
Yes. Yeah, without a doubt. And I've seen him use his reach very well in previous fights. Doing research, his jab is the thing that stands out to me. It's a snapping jab, very, very accurate. Good at upsetting people's attack and keeping them on the back foot, allowing him to set up that takedown. He likes to close distance and start to wrestle people. If he can smash him up against the fence here, he'll start to sap his energy and try and get that top position. But he clearly knows the power of Siyar, and he's not crashing forward recklessly. He doesn't want to wear one of those gloves.
Wilkinson has trained at Team Quest and Alliance in the past. More recently he has sparred with interim champ Rob Whittaker, Brendan O'Reilly, and he also trains with Richie Walsh, a name familiar to UFC fans.
Filthy Rich, another veteran of the sport that would be very useful to work with to impart some of that UFC knowledge, the understanding. Look at that big takedown, very nice. Controls the far side wrist, tries to keep him down, but Siyar straight back to his feet. Incredibly powerful individual. Manages to sneak a knee to the midsection in, but Rob Wilkinson is back in on the legs.
And this is where he likes to do his work, Dan. Crushing people up against the fence, taking them down and getting that top position, because that's where he can employ that ground and pound, and with his height and posture can really do some damage.
He is the Razor, and you'll see the razor blade tattooed on his forearm as well. He's confident in the sharp forearms and the sharp elbow strikes that he can use to open his opponents up. We have seen Siyar cut before, so that could be part of the game plan.
We know very well about Bahadurzada's power game, beating Paulo Thiago in just 42 seconds. Got a bonus for that one.
Very nice, look at that. That left hook landed from Siyar on the break. Rob Wilkinson's pulled his hand up tight to his temple.
Bahadurzada was recently honoured by the Afghan Special Forces and the Olympic Committee for his athletic achievements. Gave him a real boost.
Oh, wow. What a shot to the midsection, straight into a, look at that, straight into a Darce choke. Rolled through.
Bit more quiet sounds from a drum, Dan. Straight on this head and arm choke.
That's good
from
work.
the bottom.
Rob Wilkinson's doing the right thing to defend it, and Siyar is not in the right position to get this finish now. But he could certainly burn his arms out, squeezing like that.
Wilkinson looks for the neck. Bahadazada swept his head out of the way.
That's 45 seconds of this first round. Looks strong for Siyar so far. Rob Wilkinson quite cautious as he's moving towards his opponent.
The VT1 corner asking for Wilkinson to keep busy. Dropped his level.
Nice.
Dumped Bahadazada on the mat.
Another big takedown. Doing a better job of controlling. You can see him controlling the right wrist of Siyar. Slow down his escape, but even so, Siyar's able to get back to his feet.
Last few seconds.
Don't grab that cage, don't grab the cage.
Wilkinson trying to drag
Oh, that was a
Bahadazada.
powerful knee to the side of the head.
Fighters come out for round number 2.
The Wilkinson corner asking for straight punches. He's not utilising that reach advantage at the moment.
Bahadazada stayed in the Netherlands for this camp. Despite that, there are billboards up in Afghanistan with his face on, advertising this fight. Nice head work there from Bahadazada.
Wilkinson has to be careful when he's lowering his head. That right-hand shovel punch that he uses, that Siyar uses, the one that he starts Paulo Thiago with, is always on offer. Every time he levels his, he lowers his level. You can just see, you can feel, there it is, look, whistles past his head. Siyar's waiting for the opportunity.
It's a good job he's got such a reach advantage, where he can just maintain that range.
Yes. There's his jab.
1-2 there.
Siyar shakes it off, says there's no power on it.
Bahadazada looking for the counters here.
Now, I've seen both of these guys get tired in their fights before. Even though Rob Wilkinson's unbeaten, he does slow down in his fights. He does give everything he's got. His ability to manage his energy expenditure may not be on point for this level of competition, but his toughness has always showed through, and he's still got the win.
I don't know how much to read into this, Dan, but when I saw him earlier in the week, he was kind of full of cold.
Oh, big overhand right. Rocked him for a second.
He's got his hands back.
Siyar picking up his pace. Good takedown defense. Nice work.
Circled out of that beautifully, did Bahadazada.
Deep breaths from both guys. Siyar, confidence on the rise. Nice stinging jab from Rob Wilkinson.
Just got to keep pouring that jab out there.
When you have a knockout ratio of more than 50% like Siyar does, you kind of expect people to fall over when you land. You know, when you start moving forward, you move with confidence and you throw with confidence. If it lands, that's excellent. Obviously, you get the finish. But if it doesn't, because you're putting so much power into these punches, it can take that energy away from you. It's almost like squeezing on a guillotine that you don't finish.
Bahadazada with an 80% takedown accuracy. He doesn't go for it that much, but when he does, he makes it stick.
Oh, beautiful.
Corkscrew uppercut.
Lead uppercut. He's piling the pressure on. Rob Wilkinson's working back to his feet, but his
Big
legs are gone.
shots here. Left and
Putting the
right.
pressure on.
Bahadazada in front of his home crowd. Smells a victory. Coming forward.
Thunderous punches here, John. Thunderous
There he
intention.
goes. Down to the canvas.
The referee having a close look.
He's honing in on that chin. That's enough. Bahadazada is back.
Beautiful finish in his comeback at middleweight for Siyar Bahadazada. Powerful lead hand. Skimmed the chin of Rob Wilkinson. Dropped him against the fence. And then he was unable to get his legs underneath him. He scrambled back to his feet. But Siyar kept the pressure on. Picking his shot. So look at this, you can see Siyar's just hunting for that long-range shot. He knows that with his reach disadvantage, he's going to have to use the full extension of his hands. But a couple of times he landed shots, and you could see Rob Wilkinson was hurt. And then this last flurry here follows him, almost nonchalantly walks him down, pours on the pressure. Leon Robertson's taking a good look at him.